So the other day, we went out and went white bass fishing. Oh, I'm just gonna try and lay down here. The other day, we went out and went white bass fishing, and it was a lot of fun. So I thought maybe I would share that with everybody. Um, it's something that you can do in the spring. They spawn pretty much around the same time that a lot of other fish spawn, like bass. Uh, White bass are a lot different than bass. When I say bass, I mean largemouth, smallmouth, spotted bass. They're a lot of fun to catch because they're very easy to catch. There's a ton of them running up a creek, spawning at the same time, and it's just so easy to catch them. I mean, you throw anything out there and they're going to hit it. So, what you really need to do is look for a reservoir that has white bass in it, obviously, that has a creek coming out of it, tributary, and they're probably going to spawn in that creek, or they're going to make a run up those creeks to spawn. If you can't find that, they will spawn on like shallow shores, similar to what bass will, almost like a beach, really. Any place that has like the wind is hitting it a lot, and it's going to be. They like the water moving a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot, but a little bit. But once you find a spawning area, and creeks and tributaries are perfect because you can usually cast all the way across them. So all you have to do is just stand on one spot and keep casting until, because they're going to keep running up and down there. So it's a lot of fun. You gotta just take the family and go catch some white bass. It's so much fun. Um, a lot of people abuse the fact that they're so easy to catch. Don't do that. Just, keep a few, whatever's legal or less, if you, whatever you need. No more than that, and then just catch a bunch of them, let them go, have fun with it. So I'm going to show this video real quick of us fishing, and then I'll explain at the end what we use, what I like to use to catch white bass. And I'm just going to sleep while you're watching that. So.
Okay. Oh, shoot.
The thing about white bass, as soon as you put your hands on them, they stop flopping.
You'll get one more fish and not stop.
Probably. Yeah, probably. So we use those or not?
I don't know.
Kind of small. When Zach was up here, we were catching some that were like 14, 15 inches.
Yeah, those seem a little small to eat.
We are fishing for white bass with a 5'6" ultralight with 4-pound test and a rooster tail. Of course, now that you're filming, that'll be the first cast without catching it. I personally like grubs, but they've been eating this rooster tail or any kind of spinner on it.
Right, one.
Really slow, real close to the bottom. I think they're just spawning down there. Super slow on the line. There's one. Came off.
What did you just say?
So there's one, he just came off. didn't work, babe.
Well, it could also be the fact that we fell in a cesspool puddle.
I didn't actually spray any on my face. It's funny because I made it past there last time. Zach made it past there. It's fine.
Well, we're big old slackers. The muddy path. That would be the puddle we fell in. What?
First 5 casts I catch fish, and now I'm like the last 3 I haven't caught one. They kind of run in schools, you know. Sometimes you just change colors. They don't hit it for a while. And usually it's just there's a school that went through, and there's a little pause, and then there's another school that goes. Digging. You can turn that off. Coming right at it. I was swallowing it. Ah, see. Oh, there's a bunch of them with them too. You see that? They're all following each other. Good. That one has a little bit of milk coming out of them. So let me lose those pliers.
Okay. How many is that?
I don't know. Yeah, might be the biggest one we've got so far today. And there's like 5 of them with them. They look like shad. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna bring them up to the surface. See them all? They're all trying to eat what he's got. Super cool. Grab these real quick. Not bad.
It's not a bad size.
Huge, but probably the biggest one today so far. Okay, so when you're white bass fishing, the biggest thing that you have to remember is you're going to catch a lot of fish. Be responsible. Use something that's not going to hurt every single fish. I hate treble hooks. I don't like to use treble hooks. I see on TV and YouTube all the time where people are throwing crankbaits for white bass. That's way overkill. You don't need to do that. The absolute best bait in the world for white bass, I lost it. Here's one. Is a curly tail grub. Okay, this one I happen to have a little beetle spinner attached to, but this is the easiest thing in the world. You just throw it out, let it go towards the bottom. They're going to be in the middle of the creek. They're going to be at the bottom spawning. So you're going to have at least a rod that you can cast to the middle of the creek in. If you find a creek that you can reach the other side, you're golden. but you are going to want to reel it real slow and let it get real close to the bottom, an inch or two off the bottom. Just creep it along and they will nail it. Generally speaking, between 55 and 65 degrees, I'd say they start spawning. If you go to a place that you know that there's white bass there, and you make 20 casts and you don't catch any, they're not spawning yet. If you catch 2 or 3 in 20 casts, they're just starting. Those are probably going to be small males. If you catch 20 in 20 casts, they're there. Have fun. So like I said, this is my favorite lure. And the reason I like it is because it's got one hook. It's easy to take it out of the fish. Bend that barb down if you can. I always like to bend the barb down on all the baits, especially the treble hooks. Another bait you can use is a sassy shad or a 3-inch, 2.5 to 3 inch little swim bait. 1/8 ounce head should be fine. Those have a single hook, that's great. And of course, probably the most widely used for panfish, an inline spinner. Of course, you don't have to have this brand, but I get this brand because I used to buy bargain bin ones and they just don't spin real well. You need to reel these real slow, get them down low towards the bottom of the creek. And like I said, pinch the barbs down. There's no reason to have those barbs on these. I mean, you're going to catch hundreds of fish probably. I don't know about hundreds. I've caught hundreds of fish at a time. When they're running, they will pretty much bite anything. But anything in the evening, or if it's overcast, anything with a spinner, the inline spinners with that little blade, you're going to catch more fish that way. My battery died. Lack of time, and I'm on my way to my friend's house right now. We're on the highway in my wife's car. So basically, let's talk rods. You're gonna want ultralight to medium spinning rod. You want your reel to carry about 140 yards of 4-pound test. You can use 6. 4-pound is my preference. Okay, this guy is gonna hit us because he's a fucking moron. Sorry. Sorry about that. Anyway, you can use 6. If you got kids, use 6. That way you can break it off easier, or get them unstuck easier, not break it off. So ultralight, I use a 5.5 foot light spinning rod with a Shimano Sienna, I think is what it's called, a small reel, and that's about it. So basically, take your kids, have fun. Like I said, it's great for kids because they can catch a lot of fish and they can get them off the hook. It's real easy with white bass. You just hold them by the sides, they stop flopping around. Alright, I guess that's it. Have anything you want to say? If you do have any questions about white bass fishing or fishing in general, please feel free to leave a comment. I will answer all questions.
Hit the like button.
Hit the like button if you like it, and subscribe if you want to find me again. Let me know if this format is more interesting than the stuff I've done before. Thank you, and until next time.